with me after her book launch in Chennai of her latest, The Council of Strangers, is Gouri Dange, who's also the author of 3 Zakia Mansion, an absolute must-read, and the ABCs of Parenting. We were saying just before the break that for someone who's written so much, Gouri is just not known in the South, and that is not something very happy, because as a writer you need to be out there and for people to know you to buy your books.
Yes, yes. When the first book was published, Zakia Mansion, I kind of assumed that, I think I just didn't know enough. I assumed that there would be, on the part of the publishers, or something that will see to it that the book will be in cities where there's such an articulate reading English reading public. But to my dismay, I found that the book didn't nothing was done to bring. In fact, specifically, there were no launches in Bangalore and Madras and Chennai and Hyderabad. And when I asked about it, I was just told there was no budget. And I think I was too new in the whole thing to say, well, then I'll put money out of my pocket and go to these places. You know, I felt I have to stay out of it. The publisher now is in charge of this book. So this time round, I was much more aware that there is a readership in South India which doesn't even know about my books coming out. So with Council of Strangers, I decided along with a partner that first of all we'll publish it ourselves, distribute it ourselves, and so that gave us, you know, creative, financial, scheduling control on the book.
And has that worked?
Yes, yes, it really has. You know, we are sitting here and chatting, and I don't think it would have happened if I didn't have some kind of say on where I send the book, who I speak to about the book. And Vikram Sampath, of course, was really helpful with this. Told me a lot of things about the south of India, who are the good stores, who are the good book clubs, the vibrant reading public. And so now I'm here. On the 17th, I'll be in Bangalore. On the 16th of October, I'm in Hyderabad. The Little Theatre is going to read from the book. And I feel at last that, you know, whether the book is liked or not is a different story, but that South India knows its existence is important.
So you do now acknowledge and accept the fact that you have to make another clone of you who will do the marketing and the publicity, and you can't just be creative, but you have to have a business mind.
Yes,
as well.
totally.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, many writers will balk and say, oh no, I'm not going to do that, which is something
Actually,
I may have done.
You know, Gouri, I think writers today are just
savvy,
out there,
very savvy.
Yes.
Possibly, yeah. You know, you never really, I don't know what the line is between being out there and badgering people, and I would, you know, be so loath to badger people, read my book, buy my book, stock my book.
But you know, actually nobody remembers if you badger them and get your work done. Actually nobody remembers you get your work done, so you ought to do the badgering.
Yes, I think so. No, I think you can really find a line between, you can find that line, what you are comfortable with and yet what is required of you, you know. I may be comfortable with just writing this book and, you know, taking a 3-month holiday, but I know there's other stuff required of me, and one has to learn to do it.
And how are you balancing your writing with your counseling? You do counseling full time, right?
Counseling I do often on weekends because people are freer on weekends, and I have more people coming in on weekends than on weekdays. And my weekdays are, I write for my columns. I also really enjoy Indian classical music and attend things, and so it's sort of weekday weekend kind of thing, or early mornings. People before they go to work, I give out appointments well before 10 a.m. so it's balanced out, and counseling is sometimes sporadic.
I did go through the book, The ABCs of Parenting, and it's very interesting because though it is for parents, there are lots of little things that you can even use if you're not a parent in your interactions with people.
Yes, absolutely.
And you're coming out with part 2 of this.
Yes, this one has just gone into a reprint, and there's another whole set ready. You know, I write this column on parenting for Mint Lounge. So there are a lot of issues that come up from questions that come in there, and so there's another set for slightly older children, parents of slightly older children, which again, Omo Books will bring it out this time. Talking about being known, I realized with the ABCs, that besides the bookstores where there's so much on parenting, I had doctor friends, suddenly pedodontists, pediatricians, gynecologists, friends who said, why don't we keep 5 copies in our clinic? And you'll be surprised, even my publishers pleasantly surprised at the numbers that are going through these routes. It's not even a bookstore, but it's a captive readership. You know, there are parents sitting there and the books are just being bought, and it's a completely informal distribution network, which made me feel that second print run will definitely work, and then Jayco kind of complied and brought it out.
You know, I've always wondered, when you're a counselor, right, and you're helping people resolve their issues, come to terms with things, does it also make you a better person, because you're actually looking at problems which other people have, which you also have, and then you're giving them these solutions standing out of the situation?
Yes.
Does it make you a better person?
Yes, it really does. It makes you more and more respect the human struggle, really respect it, you know. And of course it doesn't make me, sometimes I'm most uncounselorly with my own family, and I can be very short and very impatient. But yes, overall it does bring right into your clinic so many aspects of living that people are, you know, what I say about Shaheen, people desperate to get their sums right, but somehow the arithmetic doesn't add up, you know, that is so the vexed arithmetic kind of thing. And I feel it makes you grow in empathy for everything around you.
I'm very intrigued by your upcoming, the bedside blog book, because I have a blog and I realized that putting down your thoughts is very cathartic and like a release, you
That's
know,
right,
anything
that's
you
right.
write about.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
is this what this book is going to be about, that just write, put your thoughts down?
No, see, part of it is my columns, you know, I counted it, it's over 1 lakh of words. For once I've come to the 1 lakh figure. The columns over the last 8 or 9 years, things I've written on people watching, I've divided up into 6 sections. Humor, music, animals, people, my favorite life forms, my most unfavorite life forms. So I want to, most of them are things that I've written in various places. I just want them to be available, all of it is non-fiction, where, you know, it's at your bedside and you open it anywhere, and there's something to either match your current mood or to modify your mood.
So it's your pieces, you're not telling people to start a blog and write in it. No, it's not that kind of thing.
No. It's my pieces because I've put them up on my blog, a lot of them, which are relevant to whatever may be going on currently. So I'm in the process of, you know, editing out what is topical and what is timeless, and keeping things like that. I mean, for example, you know, when Aishwarya Rai came on the Oprah show, and the way we all behaved, you know, as if the world was being reinvented. I had a piece on that, but now I'm wondering, do I leave it in, or is it just too old a context? So I'm in the process of sifting.
But having said that, I do want to say that maintaining a blog can be really nice.
Yes.
It's changed my life, actually.
Yeah. There are bloggers out there who are, it's therapeutic, and it also, I think friends who can't talk every day to each other, it's wonderful to be able to plug into each other's blogs and know what you're doing across the world, you know.
Yeah, it's been really nice talking to you, and we must thank our common friend Vikram Sampath for making this introduction.
Yes, absolutely.
Because
yes.
Vikram just wrote to me one day and said, will you interview my friend Gouri? And I said, have her send her books to me, and
That's
I'm
right.
really glad for this. So Vikram,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Thanks so much.